Hi, Laurie. Hi, everyone. Hi. Welcome. Oh, I'm glad all you lovely people are here today, because I thought this was a perfect one for you. So I'm glad the regulars are here, because I really want to throw this scope open to you. Hi, Lorraine, Elaine, Leanne, Leanne. Hi, how are you doing, my love? Yeah, I wanted to open this one to you today, really, and make it your scope. Hi, Michael, how are you doing? Hi, Mo, I didn't see you come in there, my love. Hi, Steph. Quick check-in, got a dash to Morrison's. Oh, wow, fun. Oh, hi, Sonam, lovely. How are you? 108. Thank you for joining me, my love. Follow this beautiful lady, Sonam 108. She's an inspiration, so if you're not following her already, please do. She made me feel so alive the other night. Oh, I know, welcome. You are so welcome. So my name is Indra, silent-moon.co.uk. Joel isn't here today to write my website down, so if you would please, hello my darling, if you would please write my website and give me a little bit of share, that would be so wonderful. Thanks, Meredith. So I'm getting better at remembering everybody's names, and you need, if I don't say your name, it doesn't mean I've necessarily forgotten it. It's just sometimes difficult on this side of scope to remember everybody, but I always try to. So you can always put your name in the box and say boom, because I do really appreciate every one of you being here, and I'm so grateful for you. So thank you for being here. Anyway, so this is my Instagram and my Facebook page this morning. I'm sure you sound great. Was that to me, or was that to somebody else? A couple of days ago, or last week, whenever it was, I wrote a post about authenticity, and it was all about kind of a little bit about my story. And this week I've gone a little bit deeper, because a few people have sort of encouraged me and said, you know, keep going with that. So if you're not on my Instagram or my Facebook, you can catch me at Silent Moon Imaginarium and read a little bit about my story. And I think rather than read it out today, I'll sort of, because I know it for years. Oh, thank you, my love. I made a story of it on my website. So if you go under Indra Singh on Silent Moon, you can see my story that I created from it. But the real story is that, as are you, my darling. The real story is, like Sonam, I'm half Indian. I don't know which part you're from, my love, but my father was Punjabi anyway. And oh, the crazy diamond. I'm here, my love. The dark side of the moon. Absolutely. And, Gujarat. So my dad was from the north, and I had very similar background, very privileged. And I was always, I found it quite a very, welcome from Turkey. I was an unhappy child. I always knew there was something else beyond what I had within my materialistic world as a child. I was very privileged. My dad was a doctor. My mum was a stay-at-home housewife, and she looked after us very well with a slight controlling attitude. But I knew that something deeper was around me, and I felt a lot of energy, and I never knew where to put myself. And that's a big part of what I felt in life, that I've never known where to put myself. Okay, I'm not crying, it's just I'm wiping my eye makeup. So I went to school and was bullied, very similar to Sonam, was bullied at school. Every school that I went to, I was bullied, and I felt disjointed in every place that I went to. And so if this resonates with a lot of you, please do say. And I know with many people it does. Yeah, so many people were, Wendy, and it's just unbelievable. Certainly, I don't know how old you are, you don't have to share that, but I'm 43. So in the 80s at school, I think it was looked at very differently to how it is now. And although it's still there, I think looking at my children, I've got a 12-year-old and an 18-year-old, that and my eldest one was bullied. I was there straight away. I wasn't going to have this shit. I was in there and I was dealing with it, whether the teachers did or not. 24 here. You're older than me. Well, Age doesn't matter, my love. So anyway, so I went through that disjointed space of not trying to feel myself and where I was and where I sat in my own world, and within my family too, because welcome from Dallas, and yeah, it does, it does. And Steph, you were bullied, yeah. And it's about fitting in. So the thing I said about the solar plexus was every day when I went to school, and that's in the post that I just showed you, I got the stomach ache, and if I sit here now, I can just go like that, and the stomach ache can come in. I can just bring that pain into my solar plexus. It's just a thing that I can do. It happens because it was such an intense like pull and a cord, and it was just horrible. I had just a horrible time. Oh my goodness, I would I bless you. Gosh, I mean that must be really hard with ADHD. Just unbelievable to have to deal with teachers and students and everything else. I take my hat off to you if you manage to support with that, because it's just you have to have the strength to do it, you know. And wow, we have here Turkey, US, all over the place. So yeah, so the journey continued, and then of course a lot happened within my family life, in my home life that I don't need to share here, but it was intense. And my mum was an Irish Catholic, or is an Irish Catholic. My dad passed 3 years ago, but he was Punjabi, so you can imagine a real mixture of culture and like a cauldron really, and very, very, very blessed for having that, but also quite. Are you married? Yes, I am. But a crazy upbringing, because of the energy within those cultures is really, really strong. You know, you've got the Catholic, you've got the Sikhs, two quite warrior type energies, you know, strong energies. You know, can't believe your daughter was bullied. Yeah, Mayo was bullied at Fisher's. Steph knows, she lives in the same town as me. So I went on and I had a horrendous eating disorder, and my eating disorder started at the age of 12, and it went all the way through until just before I had Maya at the age of 25, and I was really ostracized for having that eating disorder and really pushed aside, and it was an awful thing to have. And I went from being anorexic to being yeah, it brings up a lot of stuff, and that's why I want to share it, because there's so many on you that come to me regularly now. I really do feel it's easy for me to open myself up and just give you a bit more authentic view of who I really am. And so the anorexia went on for years and years and years. I went to see a dietitian, I did all that stuff. I used to dance 4 times a week, so I was always dancing, and I was swimming, and so I wasn't taking in enough calories, and so I ended up in hospital. And we talk in stone in the UK, so 4.5 stone. I don't know if anybody knows that in pounds, but it's very, very, very thin. At the age of 13, I was 18. I was 4.5 stone, yeah. And I was admitted to a hospital in Harrogate, North Yorkshire, where I am not from. I just ended up here for some weird, strange reason, teaching now in the hospital where yeah, it's very small, where I was in my recovery, which is all serendipity. This did not happen. It happened just like that. You know, it's amazing how life puts you in these cycles and these circles, and you just end up really sometimes back where you started. So I'm helping people like me, but in the same environment, which is crazy, really. Oh yeah, well I write, so. Yeah, so I was meant to be in Harrogate for a reason, absolutely. My accent is from the north of England, I think. I'm a bit of a mixture, but I come from a place near Newcastle, so I've moved down slightly to the south, not much. £60, wow, yeah, so 4.5 stone. Thanks for working that out, my love. A place called Darlington in County Durham. So I've moved to Harrogate, and I moved here 14 years ago. So I work at a hospital now for people with addiction and with anorexia, and I teach yoga nidra, which is what I will be doing on Global Meditation Scope. So that's why I blocked out an hour on the 10th of June at 2:30, because I want to give you the full session, 2 hours from London by train, 2.5 hours. So I want to give you a full session of what I really teach, and again, just something very, very authentic to me. And then you can see more of what it is that I do here in my day job other than Silent Moon, especially as you follow me every day. I just want to give you a bit of that. So I blocked out an hour, and so hopefully you can join me that day, or at least watch the replay. So that's June the 10th at 2:30. I'll be doing a full yoga Nidra practice. So yeah, so I went on, and I had my daughter at 25. I got involved in heroin addiction, not me personally, but I got involved with people with addiction, and I didn't actually take heroin. I got caught up with other drugs, but I didn't take heroin. But I got caught up with people who were addicts. So I got into the addiction world, and that is just another part of, very similar to anorexia. It's the controlling thing that, you know, drugs, eating disorders, alcoholism, all that stuff. It's all a similar thing. It's just what you choose, cutting, you know, all that sort of stuff. Toxic environment. Yeah, very sad. Absolutely. So I was involved really deeply in that, and I wouldn't have it any other way. As Sonam said the other day, wouldn't have it any other day, because it molded me and it created me and my rich tapestry of life. And now, for some reason, Steph thinks that I was some kind of clean living woman from the age of, well, baby, really. And it's quite interesting that Steph always thought of me as somebody who hadn't really been through the crap. And I certainly don't believe that you can really, really feel it unless you had, thanks on him, unless you've really been through it. And you can't really, I mean, you can empathize with people, but how can you really get in there and help people unless you haven't been through it yourself? So no, I'm not somebody who's walked into this world and risen above it. I've done effing hard work to get here, and I've really grafted, and I've worked hard on myself daily to be where I am now, so that I can help other people, because my authenticity tells me that if I didn't do that, then I couldn't help you. I put you on a pedestal, silly girl. Yeah, absolutely, as an angel, that is what I mean. Yeah, no, definitely not. I didn't come into the world like that. I came into the world with a lot of pain, and I still feel a lot of pain. And there was times where I used to sit, yeah, absolutely, Wendy. And there's times where I used to sit and I used to contemplate, you know, how I was going to leave this world, how I was going to, you know, step out of this world and commit suicide and all that stuff. And, you know, I didn't do it, but I would contemplate it, because life was so painful. It was just so hard to deal with. And I can say now that I certainly do go through days where I feel low. I don't class myself as having a mental illness. Hi, Valerie. But I really do, because I don't like labels, I do believe that I know and I have the tools to get myself out of the rut when I feel it. So for me, and for everybody else is different. I love nature. I love my flower essences. These are all tools, my yoga. These are things that have helped me rise. And without them, I wouldn't be here today in this space. So that's a little bit of my story. Obviously, it's a lot shittier than that. Because it really is. Thank you, my love. And you, Sonam, were just amazing the other night. I caught you clean and sober here. Wow, Michael, that's wonderful. One day at a time, absolutely. Oh, you're welcome, Steph. I just switched on to a scope the other night, and I was actually lying in bed, and it was Sonam's scope, and I was listening to this beautiful lady here, and I was thinking, shit, is she talking about me? And it was like, I need to tweet her straight away. And that is what is so wonderful about Periscope and other forms of social media too. Oh, you're welcome. Instagram, I have it too. Not so much on Facebook, it's not my space, but I am on there, and I do share, but not like I do here, and not like I do on Instagram. And the people that I've met are just wonderful. And it's people like you, when you look and you think, oh my God, I'm not alone. What on earth are you? What on earth am I? I wonder that sometimes. Absolutely, Meredith, and that's the thing we have to take from it, that social media can be amazing, and if it's used in the right and official affairy, absolutely. Thank you, my love. She is so right. That is what I am. So that's my day job. Being a fairy is my day job. I'm okay. She's okay. Absolutely. She knows me. Yeah, she's so right. That's my day job, my love. I am officially a fairy, and I have no qualms about saying that to anybody, because I just wanted to share that with you, that here I am in my authentic place. So Claude, I hope I've said that right, my love. I am British. Yeah, I live in north of England. Absolutely, hearing your stories makes us feel not alone. Yeah, Steph, that's right. Hi Max. So you might like to be a fairy, yay. So you might need to watch the replay just to hear my full story there. I hope we get to meet one day. You're such a beautiful soul. I do too. And I come down to London quite often, so it wouldn't be a problem for us to meet and get together at all. It would be wonderful. And then we could scope together with our power, Sonam. Let's do it. Yeah, well, June maybe I can pop down and see you. That would be lovely. I would love to do that. See, these are the things that happen and they make me excited, and it's so wonderful. I seem so clever. Well, that depends on what clever is. So I will be in touch with you, Son. I'm on Twitter. I'd love to. England, yes. So if you want to do a little bit of a share before I go, I've got a scope with Anita at 4:45 today. We're doing a scope for our wonderful global meditation scope shop, which one of my beautiful moonlights is in. So you can come along then. You will, of course, and you're very welcome to. But I would love to know what it is, because there's a question out there. What is it that makes you, stops you on a daily basis not being authentic? I'm doing fine, Max. I am doing good. How are you, my love? You're in California. Not for long, though. Not for long. What stops you, if you care to share, being authentic? Other people. Yeah, and I would totally go with that one. That it's getting to that point of not giving a damn what other people think. Fear, yes. You're good. Always good. Open hair. Confusion. And what's the confusion about, Meredith? Fear of the unknown. Yeah, sometimes I think being fake is being authentic because I want to be fake. You want to be fake. Why would you want to do that? Some people want to be fake. Not being accepted. Yeah, and that's a big one. That was a big one for me, Steph. Show hair, very nice. Multicoloured. Yeah, that was my big thing. Not good enough. My goodness. And listen, amazing musician. Not good enough. Wow. And that's what I was speaking about in both my posts, was about there is a lot of people out there who are fake authentics, and I'm lucky enough to be able to see that and just go, okay, I can see that, you get on with your life, but I don't want to be part of that. Yeah, totally. Feeling silly or doing small things, no purpose or gain. Wow, your sister is fake. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, but no more. And that is the answer, but no more. I know that. And when you step through that door of no more, it's kind of like you cut a tie. It's like doing some real tie breaking work. You cut that tie of it's not happening anymore. Like collecting stones, used to love doing that for no reason as a child, and what you said to me the other day was no more is right. What you said the other day is about you got into your child space. The feeling of not enough, I know, and I came from a family, maybe similar to you, Sonam. I remembered what you said the other day. You're still learning balance and energies. Yeah, deep authenticity, but you're on the journey, and you know, Wendy, and you can see it. So you're halfway there plus. Sonam said the other day that she, because I really took this in because I resonated with it so much. You said that you weren't classed as clever, and you didn't go to university. Am I right? Because I remember what you said. And I was exactly the same. And my father used to look at all my, God bless him, he's not here now, but you know, he used to look at the other family members who were at university, who were at Cambridge, who were at Oxford, and come to me and my sister and say, look what they're doing, look what they're doing. And when you have that as a child, you may brush it off, but you cannot believe what it does to you in your adult life. It rips you. It absolutely rips you to crap. Family being more practical and focus on worth with jobs. Yeah, absolutely. It hurts your soul, and never forget it. Yeah, I never forgot it. And it does. And I went today, just want to share something with you quickly. I went today to my daughter's going to art school in September in a city near us called Leeds. She's doing a foundation art, and she's very lucky to get in because it's a very hard course to get into. Yeah, oh, me too. Oh, that word stupid. My mum used to call me that 3-4 times a day. Oh, welcome. And yeah, so she's going to Leeds College of Art to do foundation before she goes to university. And I've always said, do what you want. I don't care if you clean the toilets, as long as you're happy. And I say that to both my girls. You will never disappoint me. Yeah, I was stupid and clumsy. That was a good one. I had that one too. And we went today to an exhibition, and it made her so happy because she saw all the students and their art and from last year and the exhibition, and she was so happy about it. And it was lovely to see her light up and really feel, wow, I feel at home here. I feel this is really good for me, and this is what I want to do. Bearing in mind that she came back to art because she was studying politics and history and all heavy subjects. And yeah, exactly. And that's the point I'm getting to, is that my mother used to say to me, although she didn't push me, she'd always put a negative slant on stuff. So she'd say, but why aren't you doing that? I know you want to do that, but why are you doing that? And I'd feel down because I was very good at art, and I was very practical. I was a good knitter. I was very good at all the practical stuff. Sorry about the noise behind me. And it was questioning, so it put me down. So when I saw the students today, and I got chatting to them, and Maya knows what I'm like, I'm very sort of upfront, and come on, chat to them, Maya, and talk to them about what they did last year, and let's buy some stickers. I'm gonna show you some of the work actually in a minute, because I bought some bits and pieces off them. And that's the thing about my artwork. I always thought I had to be like a fine artist, and not really. My artwork comes from what I create, and so I said to these students, you know what, I think you're so lucky, because you have all expressed yourself in ways that I wanted to express myself in the 80s, but I could never have done it because it would have been looked at as, what's that weirdo doing? Look at my hair now. All the kids have it like that, but I think now, well, this is me, this is who I am. There was some amazing artwork. Swimming against the tide, yeah, absolutely. There was some amazing artwork, and if you're in Leeds, anybody can go and see it. It's until Thursday. It's just wonderful to see what the kids are doing, and they're really working from their souls. There's some there talking about the real strict veganism and how they feel about it, but they're not being put down because they're allowed to express themselves. They're talking about how they feel when they are hurt in love, and how it really feels and how it cuts them to bits, and it's very explicit. And I just think, wow, if we'd done that in the 80s, we'd have been shot right down. So I am so happy to sort of connect and allow my daughter to also connect with these people and realise that it's amazing just to be who you are. So I'm just going to show you these little bits of art that I picked up. Just gave them a few pounds today just to say, hey, I love what you're doing, and all the money goes back to them, so for all their creations. So we've got little things like this, lovely. These are stickers. They're like car stickers that they've created, and they're just mad. And these kids are like 18-year-old, and this was a lovely artist that I found, and I actually got talking to her. Yeah, just gorgeous stuff. Really, really beautiful. Making stickers and people selling them, and so cool. And then I got this for my youngest daughter, Carly, who's a little bit of a miserable teenager at the moment, and it looks like her. And somebody just created it, and I thought, oh my goodness, I love it. So she can stick it on her bag. So there you go. So that's my little bit of my story today. I've gone on for quite a long time today, and I'll be scoping again at 4:45, along with Anita and the GMS crew. And just going back to Instagram and to Facebook, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much, my darling. We will meet in June. We'll get together in London. That will be wonderful. So just on Facebook and Instagram, and just kind of completing my story from last week, really. Amazing. Morrison's car park. Oh, thank you. Yes, definitely. So good to see you too, Max. So going back to my story from last week on authenticity, please feel free always to write a comment about how things affected you, or just to reply to what I have to say. I'm always there to listen and to respond, and I do respond to everybody, because it's important that I'm heard and it's important that you're heard. So I'm sending you lots and lots of love from this space and all that drilling behind me. Take care, everybody. Love, love, love.